Hey guys, before we begin today's monthly Q&A edition of the Music is Win podcast, I want to tell you about the sponsor of our show, AudioBlocks. They're giving you a great deal on an annual subscription to one of the biggest royalty-free music libraries in the world. All you have to do is go to audioblocks.com/musiciswin to get your offer.
Hey, why are you looking at me like that?
I thought you breathed, and it distracted me.
Sorry, I sniffed.
What are you sniffing?
I don't know.
Sniffing that coffee right next to you.
Yeah. Are you not done?
Yeah, we got to finish.
Okay, keep going. Sorry.
AudioBlocks. AudioBlocks.com/musiciswin for all your royalty-free music needs. And now it's Q&A time, baby.
It's Q&A time. It's Q&A time. It's Q&A time. You got that Q? I got that A.
Oh, I love that one.
Welcome to our monthly. We try to do these every month. A nice little Q&A, and just answer your questions. I put out a YouTube post on the community tab. People are starting to catch on to that now, I think. Asking for your questions. But before we get to the questions, we have to give something away because every time Bethany and I are on a podcast together, we give something away. A secret word, if you will. What was last week's word? Do you remember?
Last week's word was not a word. Well, it was a made-up word.
And when we say last week, we mean like last time this type of podcast happened.
Right. It was derv.
Derv.
I believe the origin of this was that somebody spelled deserve incorrectly.
Right.
It was a typo, and it changed to derv, and so we said that's definitely this week's
Yeah,
word.
we really had fun with that. So I put out the derv tweet. It was a very lazy tweet, and it's just a derv, that's all. And I had some great responses. A couple runners up here. We have here Dio on a magic carpet saying, "Holy Derv!" You know that song? Holy Diver, you were down in the depths and the feet on down. What you coming of me?
Wow, you sound exactly
I actually like
the song.
the Kill Switch version better than the original.
So they're runner-up.
Runner-up, yeah. You win nothing, sorry.
Sorry.
But good submission.
But good job.
Brian Hopkins submitted this guy. Where's the derv? I can't remember. What's his name? Brian Regan? Yeah, that's who that is.
The comedian.
He's a comedian we really like, so that was funny. Could imagine him saying that. But the winner is Cam Walsh with his tweet, petition to change slide into the DMs to derv into the DMs, which is what we're going to do.
We're going to derv into the DMs today?
No, not today.
Oh.
But on our other podcasts, we were trying to figure out like shred into the DMs. So it's going to be derv into the DMs. And for that, Cam, you win Gobi Labs guitar polish.
Woohoo!
Make your guitar all clean and nice. Derv this all over it.
And all he had to do was comment on a tweet of yours that said derv.
Pretty simple. Like to give some stuff away every week.
Do we have a new word?
That's a question that I don't know the answer to. Why don't you come up with it?
I thought you had all the A's today.
Oh, that's a good point. Okay.
We'll come up with one by the end, right? Or do you have one?
I'm going to forget. Let's just do it.
Okay.
So the next week's tweet, what you're looking for this week, all you have to do is comment on the tweet that I put out at Music is Win. This week's tweet is going to be ambiguity. Ambiguity.
I like it. Not ambiguous. Ambiguity.
I might put out a tweet that says ambiguous, and that would be one you don't want to comment on.
So not any form of that word. It has to be that word exactly.
That's correct. Ambiguity. Comment on that tweet.
Okay.
And you could win things. All right, let's get to the cues. How about it?
Do you want me to ask you the cues?
Sure.
You drank that coffee very nicely. I didn't hear any slurping sounds. I have a fear that when
I am
take
very
a sip
conscious
of
of our listeners.
Do you know what that's called when you hate the sound of chewing or slurping and stuff like that?
No, I don't know.
It's called misophonia. It's a real thing. people have. So I don't
Misophonia?
want to trigger anybody, and I don't know really what trigger means, but I think I used it correctly. So you talk,
Okay.
and I'm going to take a sip of this coffee.
The first comment is from Night Watch. That's night with a K. Does Steve Vai have any feel?
This is a joke, right?
Very good.
Okay.
All Steve Vai does is play 1,000,000 notes per second.
He doesn't have any feel.
Yeah, that's actually, I think, one of my first videos I ever made. Guitar players who suck. That joke has taken off, and now I've seen Steve Vai videos that he puts out on his channel, and people are just like, he has no feel. It's pretty. I think he might. I wonder if he reads any of the comments. He's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Why are people saying this?
Say that because he's just so good, and he's kind of like a robot in a sense because he's so mechanically accurate.
Yeah, I mean, when I came up with that, I was just envisioning the guitar player who's jealous of the fact that they can't do that. It's like when somebody's like, sweep picking is so robotic, like it's not musical, bro.
It's like no, you just can't do it.
Yeah, exactly. So people say Steve Vai doesn't have any feel. All he does is play 1,000,000 notes per second. They just
it seems like you would have to have feel in order to play 1,000,000 notes per second.
Yeah, you have to be able to feel. Well, feel in the musical sense is like
emotion, giving off emotion, right?
Inherently less notes, apparently, but anyways, yeah.
Anyways.
Steve Vai doesn't have any feel. All he does is play 1,000,000 notes per second. That's the A right there.
RG Indian asks, "What's your and Tyler's favorite brand of chips?"
What's yours?
I'm not really a big chip guy.
I hope not.
But
Are you a big chip girl?
Chips are good. I just don't eat them a lot. I guess I don't know. You go first, Tyler. I'm not sure. Maybe veggie chips.
I think my favorite chip, like if I could eat chips all day and wouldn't get fat and die.
Yeah, is that what we're talking about?
That's what we're talking about in a vacuum. So I would say, man, this is hard.
I would say classic Ruffle Lays.
That's boring.
Well, I also like vanilla flavored, so
Ew.
maybe I'm just a boring
vanilla flavored. I
I
thought you were talking about chips.
Flavored chips. I'm just saying maybe I have a boring palate.
Okay, so like my boring answer is barbecue chips, Cape Cod, barbecue chips.
I like the jalapeno.
You like the
Cape
jalapeno
Cod ones.
Cape Cod?
Yeah.
I think Cape Cod is our favorite brand, but I also like Doritos.
Oh, I didn't even think about Doritos.
Yeah. Plus,
Doritos
they have
are
the
good,
best
too.
commercial. Puppy Monkey Baby. Puppy Monkey Baby.
You still like that? You still remember that?
Puppy Monkey Baby.
Oh my gosh.
I respect brands who have good advertising. All right. Benjamin Applegate. He asks, hey, Tyler, could you drop Bethany one of your sweet pickup lines?
Like to pick up girls? Is that what he's saying?
I think so.
You never used any on me.
Yeah.
Which, good, because...
Bethany, if you were a fruit, you'd be a fine apple. Yes, it worked. It worked. She likes me.
Dumb.
No, it was good. That's what pickup lines are supposed to be. It's like, oh, that's so dumb but cute.
I'm trying to think if I know any. I guess girls aren't supposed to do
Why
that.
don't girls use pickup lines on dudes?
Do guys even use pickup lines on girls?
Hold on.
What?
Let me check some.
What? Oh my God, you scared me. I thought I had a bug on me.
I was just checking your tag, just like I thought. Made in heaven.
God, you freaked me out. I thought for sure there was some kind of bug on me.
No.
Okay, good job, Tyler. Wow. I hope you never leave me because you could really pick up the women.
Don't let me out on the town. Who's next? Krish. He asks Beth's favorite guitar.
Oh.
In
Of
the
yours
world,
or
in the
in the
world,
world?
or whichever one you want.
I do have to say I like I guess I am biased, but I do like the PRS style. You know, the body of the PRS and the sound.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know of a specific PRS, but just the PRS guitars.
Which one of my PRS guitars do you like the most?
I like,
and why?
for stupid reasons, I guess. I like that red one behind you.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
And
Because
of course
it
the green
reminds
one.
you of wine.
Yeah, probably.
Tasty.
Yeah, so I'll go with that.
Okay, good answer. Okay, drummer 5784 asks, do mailmen deliver their own mail, or do they have other mailmen to deliver their mail for them?
I would say it depends on their route.
Yeah. Is there some sort of ethical reasoning for a mailman not to handle their own mail, though?
Oh no, I was about to sip right when it was silent.
I wonder if the mailmen get together and decide, what's going on with the mail. I don't know. That's not a good answer.
So
I think the answer is Mabes.
I think it's maybe. It would make sense. However, it probably depends on.
I think they're specifically routed.
Does Google have an answer for this? Could we Google this and find out? Do we care that much?
Do mailmen deliver their own mail? Let's find out. Come on, Google, don't let me down. The first thing that came up was a Reddit post, so this is probably not reliable. It depends on the route they take.
Oh, see, that's what I said.
All right, well, there you go.
There you go.
Anton Alvarez asks, what do you think about the financial crisis happening at Gibson? Would you ever get the modern Flying V? Love and peace from Belize. I don't know.
Is Gibson going under?
People like to say they know what's going on, but they really don't. I don't really care either way. I like Epiphone. I'm drinking out of an Epiphone coffee mug in case you're listening. No, I don't. I have no qualms about the issue. As far as the modern Flying V, have you ever seen this guitar? You know what the regular Flying V is, right? It looks like a V.
Yeah.
I want you to Google modern Flying V, Bethany, and then go to images.
Okay.
And tell me your first reaction to the guitar that you see.
Modern Flying V guitar. These things look pretty cool.
Oh, you like them?
Yeah.
People don't like these.
Oh.
Well, no, I'm not saying you shouldn't, but I'm saying people are very outraged.
They
They're
look
like,
weird. They definitely look weird.
Yeah, I'd say so.
So would you play one?
Yeah. It's like a $4,500 guitar.
Yeah.
Well, I would want to try one at least. I'm not going to just look at.
Is there a guitar you don't want to try?
I'll try anything that's very expensive.
Yeah,
because that means it's I'll start with the quality.
Very expensive guitars. You've played some really nice ones lately.
Oh, don't give it away. Don't give it away.
Yeah, okay.
We have some very exciting things happening.
We've been all over the place.
Yeah. More to come on that later.
The Irish Potato says, how can I get a girlfriend?
Why don't you answer that first?
This is tricky. How to get a girlfriend. I would say there is some truth in playing a little hard to get, but not playing too hard to get like you're totally unavailable. So you don't want to be overly like giving gifts or, asking her out all the time or texting her all the time. But just sneak in, derv in.
Derv in. That's Bethany's advice.
Derv into her DMs.
I wouldn't derv into Okay. If you want to get a girlfriend, get off the internet.
Oh, okay.
Don't ever text her. Never, ever. Never text. Only call. Call on the phone.
No, don't. Yep. Okay, no. Tyler,
trust me, every dude she's ever tried,
I would not answer.
Been courted by is texting her like
courted
a weirdo.
By. Okay, Tyler just uses courted and said, what age? What? This is modern times, Tyler.
Right. So you go against the grain.
I would not answer a phone call.
Yeah, but you can leave a voicemail, and then you can be like, "Hey, just checking in and see what's up. If you want to go out and grab some not the first time you ask her out, but like after you're established, like you guys are friends or something, call and be like, "Hey, you want to hang out or something?" And she won't answer or whatever. Leave a message, and then she'll be like, "Oh, I have a voicemail. What? A voicemail? That's so weird." And then she won't be able to get you out of her head.
No, don't do that. I would say,
Hey, who's the one with the hot wife? You or me?
It's different nowadays, though. It's totally different.
I think some things never change.
we started dating 7 years ago. That was before all this Tinder stuff, and it's crazy now.
I don't subscribe to the new way of.
But definitely, I like guys who are funny and can have a good conversation. So it doesn't really matter how you look like.
Play guitar.
As long as you show that you have a good personality.
If that makes
Hey
sense.
guys, I want to tell you about the sponsor of today's show, Audio Blocks. Did you know that all content is royalty free?
I didn't know that.
So that way you can use it for commercial and personal projects.
New clips are added regularly, so there's always something fresh. fresh. To download.
They're giving you a deal on an annual subscription for only $99.
That's a great discount if you do. If I do say so myself. All you have to do is go to audioblocks.com/musiciswin. That's Audioblocks. AUDIOBLOCKS.com/musiciswin.
Do you have any cool sounds for
Yeah.
us today?
In fact,
Yeah.
I do. That's not an audio block sound. However, that should be. Because in audio blocks.
Maybe they'll add me.
Yeah. Actually, the news flash, I've been working on some videos where I'm trying to make them real cinematic. And you may need to be wearing headphones or have some nice speakers for this, but
That's a cool one.
it's like the
It's like in the movies.
yeah, in the movies, like THX.
Which I want to go see.
Yeah, we got to see some
I want
movies.
to go see some movies.
But yeah, I've been doing a lot of production-y type videos, more cinematic style, and Audio Blocks has really been helping me
Yeah,
out. So
I like their
check it out.
their sound effects the best.
Yeah, they have all the sound effects you're
They're
looking for.
hilarious too.
Okay, so moving along here, resuming the Q&A.
Danny Jeff, would you ever play for a cheap pop artist with crappy songs, let's say Justin Bieber, or any big artist whose music you don't like if you'd be asked to go on tour with him, her, them, whatever?
Yeah, of
Really?
course. I would love to do that. I don't care. I mean,
So if Jay Beeb calls you up, says you want to come join the tour, you would say yes?
yeah, that would be sweet.
What would I do while you're on tour?
Come with me.
Would Jay Beeb allow it? I don't know why I'm
I'd
calling
say
him
we're a
JB.
package deal. No, I mean, I don't like that music, but
You could make it better.
yeah, that's a part of it. Like, if you get into a band situation, I'm not hurting to make it into that world. Like, that's not one of my goals. So if I were offered that position, it would just be gravy. I could be like, well, okay, I'd like to do it like this. And if they're like, no, it has to be rigid and blah, blah, blah. Then I'd be like, oh, okay, I'll try it for a bit. And then if I can't find a way to infuse some of my own creativity, then I'm out. But I think it'd be good for the old resume and to network,
The old resume.
metaphorically speaking. I don't have a resume. My resume is plastered all over the internet. I don't know what
And
else
who knows?
happens.
Justin could be really cool, as a friend.
Call me, Beebs. Cameron asks, what are some tips you can give for a band with 2 intermediate guitar players, an intermediate bass player, and a beginner drummer for trying to get to that point where we are all on the same musical page?
Take Guitar Super System.
Yeah. No, I would say practice together, because if one person is on one level, one person is, it doesn't matter about your individual skill levels, because your skill level as a band is a different metric that you have to work on. So work on something that caters to maybe your drummer's strengths, even if he's a beginner. Work on something that's simple and get tight, and then develop a feel together. And that will, somebody can be an amazing guitar player but have bad rhythm or something like that in certain ways. And sometimes beginner drummers are actually really good to have, because they're not going to overplay. They'll just do what they're supposed to do and keep a solid groove. And I think a lot of the best songs are written that way from the beginning. So play together as much as you can, and the rest will fall into place if it's meant to. Guilherme Teixeira.
Why don't you play more Eric Johnson stuff? Do you listen to his music often? Play Eric's Western Flyer.
2 questions and a demand. Of course, I listen to Eric Johnson. He's one of my favorite guitar players ever. Why don't I play more of his stuff? Because I play my own stuff.
Tyler, we don't want you to be you. We want you to be Eric.
This is my problem. Like, when I do a live video, a million requests. It's like, why are you doing that?
Because that's what they want to hear.
I know, but Eric Johnson is one of the best guitar players in the world. It's like, play Eric Johnson. It's like, yeah, here's a crappier version of what he does. Actually, remember the last time somebody asked to play Eric Johnson on our live stream? I just used my phone and put on Eric Johnson on the iTunes.
That was so funny.
I thought that was a really clever thing.
Tyler bragging about it.
Let me tell you what I did, guys. But no, I love studying Eric Johnson, and sometimes I do the habits videos where I break down stuff. But as far as learning a song and playing it,
yeah, why don't you do that?
Because
That's got to be a fun challenge, right?
I like learning little pieces.
Yeah, you should do it.
I would rather spend the time developing my own voice on the instrument. And there's only one Eric Johnson. So
are you saying you're not going to play Eric's Western Flyer?
that is a 100% guarantee that I'm not going to do that for you.
Jeez.
Mason Langner says,
I'm a soloing rut. I think he means I'm in a soloing rut.
Yep.
What should I practice to play faster and more melodic?
A soloing rut. Play less notes. That's usually, like you're saying, you want to play faster, but really what you need to do is stop playing so many notes, because when you're in a rut, you just kind of lose the musicality. And I find that removing notes helps to strengthen that lack of musicality.
Would you say practice slower?
Well, you don't have to practice slower, just play less notes, and then you'll be able to think about what you're about to say musically before you say it, and then that takes care of the melodic side.
Wouldn't you also say to practice soloing to music that you enjoy, or like to a fun backing track or something?
Yeah, get in your wheelhouse. Whenever I'm in a rut, I'm just playing the same old stuff. I go to like my favorite chord progression, which is like a 4 to 6 minor progression, and I rip over that, or like a 1 to flat 6 to flat 7 progression. And yeah, they just do that thing that makes you go, oh yeah, this is what I play. and you'll kind of break out of that rut. And like I said, play less notes and you'll feel a little bit more. Sicka Queen. What's up, Sicka Queen? Would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
Fight meaning, can we use weapons or just
Are we
our
trying
hands?
to kill them? Or
Yeah,
just like,
if we're trying to fight.
all right, so we're trying to kill these things.
But
So
can we use weapons, or do we only have our hands?
let's say I don't know what's fair.
I would definitely say the one horse-sized duck.
I don't know, because one blow and you're out.
Ducks don't
They have a horse-sized duck will probably have like a big talon, like that
that's
webbed
true.
talon that
But
can just, and they can fly. Like imagine a huge duck coming at you.
That's true. But imagine 100 anything.
But here's the thing: duck-sized horses can't fly. They can only gallop and like run into you, and they can't really bite you. They can kick you really hard.
That's
though.
just a lot of them, though.
Yeah, but I figure
And I like
I
horses
used
better.
to kick field goals, so I feel like if they were coming at me, I just kick them.
That's so terrible, because I like horses, though. Like I'd
Right.
rather kill one duck than 100 horses.
I just don't think we could
I
take the
couldn't
duck.
emotionally recover after hurting 100 horses, especially mini horses.
I don't think we could take the duck. The duck has too much on its side.
I could totally
it's
take
huge.
the duck.
That duck would fly and come down and be like, what? And stomp our head.
Oh, okay. I think we spent a little too much time on
I want the
this question.
duck-sized horses, for the record.
I don't. That can be our next Twitter war.
Yeah, let's make that our next Twitter
Okay,
war.
since we disagree.
Okay.
All right.
Have you ever stroked? Well, the thing about that though is we'll change that question a little bit since we already hashed it out.
Yeah. Okay.
Henry Henry asks, have you ever stroked John Petrucci's beard? Why, yes, just last night.
Oh.
I actually have a picture of him, and I went, no, one day, John, you and I will be
Weren't
one."
you close enough to him to do
Mhm,
that?
I could have.
Could have.
I gave him a pat on the back,
Coulda. Shoulda.
shook his hand.
You'll have to do that next time. He'd probably, one of his bodyguards would probably
He
punch
seems
you
like
in the face.
he seems like a cool guy though. He does
Mhm.
like funny kind of videos on YouTube sometimes.
Maybe you could ask to stroke his beard.
I'm probably not gonna do that. That would just be like, oh, it's like if your hero, one of your heroes, just thinks you're a loser.
Yeah.
That would
Probably
not
wouldn't
be,
go over super well.
Yeah, that would be bad.
So, guys, that was really fun. I hope that we answered your cues. I hope
Hopefully-
we aid your cues, is what I meant.
Did we give you the A's you were looking for? These are the A's you're looking for.
Were the.
Nice try.
Nice job.
I could see your gizmos turning. It's like,
I'm a little sleepy.
yeah,
today.
it's been a
Sorry.
long week. Just a little teaser. I
Tease me.
have a giveaway.
Tyler's looking at me like I'm weird, and I am.
Yeah, she is weird. I did a giveaway. Gave away that PRS signed guitar. Congratulations, Megan. You were the winner. More giveaways to come. I have a very exciting giveaway coming up soon in the first week of March, and it's going to be really fun.
In order to win that special prize, make sure you are subscribed to the email list and that you listen on here to the podcast.
Yeah.
And anything else?
This is separate from the podcast giveaways.
Oh.
So the podcast giveaways are like little trinkets. This is going to be a more substantial prize that you could win. And yeah, follow us on social media to be apprised of our happenings, because we have a lot of really fun, exciting things happening. Did you guys know I played Keith Richards' guitar? Wait.
Tyler,
Among
you
many
weren't
other
supposed
things.
to say that.
There's so much I can't tell you
Just-
that I want to.
I know he's having to hold back.
It's so annoying when people say that too. They're like, "Oh, I'm so special. Bleh. I have such cool stuff, but I'm not gonna tell you." But really, I can't tell you right now. But I want to. So
gonna be
all you
great.
can do is follow social media, and we'll kind of be giving out little clues here and there, and you can kind of put stuff together as it.
Yeah, and
comes
subscribe to
together.
my new YouTube channel,
That's the
Bethany.
best way.
Bethany Larson. I'll be vlogging all of our adventures, so you'll kind of get some clues into what
Sneak
we're doing.
peeks into what's happening behind the scenes.
Yes.
And that's going to do it for our monthly Q&A. Thanks for sending in your questions. And until next time, keep shredding.